Welcome to Lesson 12 of the ParaPro online test prep course and the first lesson of our writing prep lessons designed specifically to help you pass the ParaPro assessment. This video is brought to you by www.paraprofessional-test.com, the best source to pass your paraprofessional test. Grammatical errors are often found in students' writing at every level. In this lesson, we'll explore common mistakes students often make and how we can fix them. Knowing these will give you a great advantage for your ParaPro assessment. Let's begin with the first example of present and past tense. In English, we use different tenses to convey a message about the past, present, or future. These four different tense forms are present simple, such as I play, present continuous, I am playing, present perfect, I have played, and present perfect continuous, I have been playing. Now, the rule is that we use the past tense to discuss experiences, stories, and events that have finished. Now, the rule is that we use the past tense to discuss experiences, stories, and events that have finished. For example, when I was a child, I played at the park. Our second common grammatical error is an adverb. An adverb is a qualifying word. For example, Stephen shook his book angrily. Angrily is the adverb. Let's go on to number 3, your and your. The first your means possession, and the second your is short for you are. So a couple of examples. The first your, is that your basketball? The second your, you are very good at playing basketball. The fifth most common grammatical error is there, and there. Once again, we have some tricky homophones. The rules here to remember are the following. Use there to refer to a place that isn't here. For example, over there. Example, let's go over there. Then use there, T-H-E-I-R, to refer to how someone owns something, showing that something belongs to that person. For example, their breakfast includes so much food. The use of there should be used for they are. For example, they're going to the party, right? You may receive common word usage errors while taking your ParaPro assessment. Here is a set of 10 of the most common word usage errors in English. Knowing these will level up your word usage section on the exam. First, we have advice and advise. Remember that advice is a noun, so Susan offered her advice. The next one, Bill will advise his son to become a teacher. Next, we have affect and effect. The first one is a verb, the second one is a noun. Let's look at the example. The strong wind will affect the basketball game. The movie had a powerful effect on me. Notice the difference. One is active, that is affect. One is passive, that is effect. And then we have already and already. The first is an adjective. We were all ready to go. And the second is an adverb. By the time we got to the party, everyone had already left. Next is a while and a while. The first is an adverb and the second is an article. So the first, why don't you stay a while? And the second, it will be a while until the line is shorter. Let's go on to can and may. Can shows ability. Can shows ability. Can a beaver swim? May asks permission. May I use your pencil? Here we have compliment and compliment. Her shoes complimented her dress. Her boss complimented his new blue shoes. Next, we have conscious and conscious. The first is an adjective. Even after his fall, he remained conscious. Next, a noun. Jason could never steal because his conscience kept him from doing the wrong thing. Then we have every day and every day. An adjective. These are my everyday sunglasses. The second one is a habit. I wear these sunglasses every day while going to work. Now, let's have a look at good and well. Good is an adjective. The ice cream tastes very good. Whereas well is an adverb. She makes ice cream very well. Now, the last two, we have a possession and a contraction. The examples state, the cat is playing with its favorite toy. Whereas the contraction of its, she likes the hike because it's a challenge. So notice the difference between its and its. Now let's move on to common errors of punctuation. Here we have apostrophes. Now, when you want a plural, just add s. So here is an example. Billy owes Jane $5. Next, when you want to show possession, use an apostrophe. Bill's $5 is gone because Jane took it. Notice that it was Bill's $5. Next, we have commas used in a list to separate a sentence. So, a couple of examples. My favorite colors are red, blue, and yellow. Next, she went to the store, comma, but now she's at home. Notice how the second example splits up two different sentences because we use the word but in the middle. Next, we have a semicolon. These are used to separate two independent clauses. So here's an example. I ate eggs for breakfast, semicolon. However, comma, I cooked the eggs too long. Two different sentences separated by a semicolon. Next, we have two more examples. First, we have a colon, used after an independent clause to call attention to the words after it. So for example, I bought groceries, colon, eggs, comma, milk, comma, and a can of beans. And then next we have the quotation marks, used to show dialogue. Now remember, ending punctuation mark stays inside the quotation. Here's an example. Mom said, comma, quotation, capital Y, you better brush your teeth, exclamation, and then ends the dialogue with the quotation mark. As you begin your career as a paraprofessional, you'll realize that there are many students who are English learners. Understanding grammar will give you the skills to better support English learners in the classroom. These are the 6 most commonly used parts of speech, and it's imperative that you know them for your ParaPro assessment. These are nouns, verbs, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, and prepositions. Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. For example, Mrs. Smith, the park, a chair. Next, we have a verb, which is an action word. So for example, walk, run, sing. Next, we have pronoun, which is a word used in a place of a noun. For example, she, he, they, it. The ParaPro assessment will require you to demonstrate your understanding of reference materials. This will help your students become better writers. So let's review these materials here. An almanac is used for looking up specific facts, statistics, tables, and lists about people, places, events, countries, organizations, zip codes, and popular culture such as sports and entertainment. An atlas contains an organized group of pictorial or illustrated, political, cultural, physical, road, and or other types of maps. Bibliographies compile comprehensive lists of resources that share one or more common attributes about a particular subject, person, or geographical area. Biographies contain information about people. A dictionary gives an alphabetical list of words and their definitions. A directory contains an organized list of people and/or organizations. An encyclopedia contains full coverage of information about an area of knowledge. Lastly, let's look at run-on sentences, one of the most common errors in young learners' writing. A run-on sentence happens when two or more sentences are not properly connected. Let's have a look at an example. I love to read books. I would read one every day if I had the time. Ways we could fix this. I love to read books, period. I would love to read one every day if I had the time. Number 2, I love to read books, semicolon. I would read one every day if I had the time. Number 3, I love to read books, comma, and I would read one every day if I had the time. Everyone, thank you for watching these lessons, and thank you for participating in the ParaPro online course. If you used this online course and passed your ParaPro assessment, let us know. Email us at support@prepbright.com. Thank you very much.